if you followed my videos for the past year, or even before that when I had my old YouTube, I know I've talked a lot about bullying and how I've been bullied in the past and how I still am bullied and how in many instances things don't get better. Well, I really feel like while they don't get perfect, things can improve a lot, which can lead to a more fulfilled mindset. I just wanted to say that my life over the past couple weeks has really improved exponentially. Like, for instance, I got a new job, I'm getting a car, some other awesome things have been happening, I'll reveal that later. I just feel like I have been so patient with everything in my life, and now it's finally beginning to pay off in some way. I mean, I'm not obviously becoming euphorically blind to everything else occurring in my life, because, I mean, there are things that happen day to day, but every day is a mixture of pros and cons. It's just how we accept them that defines how we react to them, I guess. Which, leads me to the conclusion that, like, with this whole bullying thing that's been happening over the past God knows how long, and all of these suicides, I feel like while it's always going to be a wound, there's always going to be that scar there, it can heal and it can become painless. Like, you will have the memory, and the memory can be painful, but as you grow older, it becomes more easy to cope with. At least it has in my experience. I mean, I'm sure people's experiences vary, and honestly, I have days where I am in a very good mood, and I have days where I'm in not a good mood. I can be a bit pessimistic sometimes, because I'm a very realistic person, but when it comes to bullying, I've learned to accept the fact that if a person bullies me, they can't grasp the person that I am. Like, they don't really have... Think of yourself as a puzzle. If a person bullies you, they are just looking at one little piece of a puzzle that they're judging. One piece of mine would be either my voice or my sexual orientation. They're not looking at the whole puzzle. They're not viewing me as Donny Winter. They're not looking at me as the entire cake, to use a crude metaphor. And I think that's what's helped me cope with bullying better. The fact that I am more than people realize. And I've finally accepted the fact that I am more, that I am transcendent beyond their judgment. It's a difficult process, and I'm not saying that it happens overnight, but I'm finally beginning to feel that in my own life, I am, like I said before, transcending beyond that past that always kept me anchored to being self-conscious. Because when you are bullied, the wound is the compromise of your self-integrity. When your own integrity is compromised, it can be a very fatal wound, hence all these suicides that have been occurring, and it leaves a scar. I mean, the scar will always be there, because the memory will always be there, but it does get better. It doesn't get completely better. Nothing's ever perfect, but it improves. So if you'd like to comment, rate, and subscribe to my channel, feel free. I will post a link to my Facebook below. I'm going to be posting more videos about this subject and more videos about ways of coping with bullying and how a person can grow from it. Um, while suicide is tragic, and while depression is painful, and while the scar of bullying always exists, it doesn't mean that it can't be not necessarily cured, but improved significantly.